this one actually came up today, so I'm happy this is what we're going to lead off with. One of your favorite sayings is exercise is not a weight loss program, and I've stolen it from you, and I've reused it about 1,000,000 times as well.
It's a great saying.
So
It's a great
explain
ethos.
to us what we mean when you say that.
Exercise is not a weight loss program. So a lot of people get into exercise with the intention of wanting to better themselves. And usually that does mean lose weight. You lose weight by expending more energy than you are consuming, right? And so you can do that by two ways: eating less, consuming less calories, or expending more energy via, there's a few different ways, which I'm going to talk about in a second. There's two ways. That's literally it. That is the energy balance equation. It is the whole like calories in versus calories out. Now there's like, of course, nuance to this. So when people get started on an exercise program with the intention of wanting to burn more calories, they're coming at it at the wrong way, and they're basically they're attacking their fitness journey at the wrong angle, because there aren't really that many exercise programs out there that can get you to burn as many calories as you really think that you're going to be burning, first of all, let alone sustaining that same calorie burn. So for one, when we're training in the gym, no matter what the workout even is, let's just say we're on the treadmill for an hour and we're jogging and we're burning 500, 600 calories. That's a good amount of calories. And typically running and jogging is one of the more higher calorie burning exercises, truly. However, our body gets better over time at the activity that we're doing, right? So it becomes more efficient at running. Therefore, we burn less energy through running. And so ultimately, like, it will burn more energy for a little while. That's why we see people kind of like sustain whatever weight loss that they're sustaining for a few weeks until your body just adapts to that new stimulus and nothing happens. Mm-hmm. Same thing with like an exercise class for 60 minutes. The same idea. It's like a very cardiovascular class. You're jumping around, you're moving around. Cool. Like, you've expended more energy than you were sitting on the couch. But what happens after 6 weeks when your body starts to adapt? Your body adapts. It becomes more efficient. You don't have to burn as much energy. And you, quote unquote, plateau. And people repeat this cycle over and over and over again. And they're going to say, well, Erika, the exercise does. Every time I start up at this gym, I lose weight. Every time I get back to the gym in January for 4 weeks and get on the treadmill, every time I lose weight. And I say, okay, cool. But what happens after the fact? We're using exercise as weight loss. That's where we're messing up, because what happens is multiple things. One is we do plateau and our body does become efficient, and we cannot continue to add on more and more and more. You can't just start doing 2 hours of the treadmill and then 3 hours of the treadmill. Like, that's literally not a sustainable practice. You will burn out. You won't get anywhere. And then the other thing is oftentimes that either you're going to burn out first, or we're going to overcompensate by eating more food because we're exercising, and people like to think that they are burning a lot more calories than they are consuming. So we're really bad at estimating the number of calories that we're eating, and we're really bad at estimating the number of calories that we're burning. Our watches are terrible for understanding how many calories we're really burning. All of that stuff. The treadmills are really inaccurate. And so we think, wow, I'm exercising so I can eat 3 pieces of pizza or 4 pieces of pizza extra tonight because I went to the gym for 12 minutes this morning. And so we get into this other thing where we're just kind of eating back the calories that we think that we're burning, and we get into these like really crazy cycles of on again, off again. And so here's the deal with exercise as a weight loss program. Exercise is good for your health. It's good for your body. Your cardio can be good for your heart. Strength training is great for your muscles. These are really good things to be doing. Working out is fantastic. Whatever method that you choose is better than doing zero working out. But as a weight loss tool, to use it to just burn energy is extremely inefficient, and you're working against your body. And we're not taking into account the nutrition side of the equation, which I actually think is the bigger part of the equation when it comes to weight loss. Now, I also want to distinguish between weight loss and fat loss, because those are two really different things. And this is where we get into what type of training that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We're big proponents of doing strength training. If you had to choose one, I would choose strength training, because strength training allows you to build lean muscle mass, or at least maintain the lean muscle mass that you have if you're already feeling like you're in a good place with where you're at. And lean muscle mass is important because that's what makes you look good. That's what people want. When people say they want to be toned, they want to look lean, they want to have their muscles pop, they want more lean muscle mass. And when we have more lean muscle mass, we tend to burn more energy anyway at rest. We tend to have higher metabolisms, and we tend to be able to eat more food. And when we strength train versus running on the treadmill, we probably don't burn as many calories per workout. If I strength train for 60 minutes and I'm resting and I'm doing like really heavy weights or whatever, but I'm taking long rest periods, I might only be burning a couple hundred calories versus the 600 that I could be on the treadmill. But the payoff down the road and the long-term effects are way better for strength training over doing something like a HIIT class or a 60-minute group X class or a treadmill workout.
Right.
And I'm answering it in this way because I know that's what people are thinking when they're using exercise. Because I know that people start to work out, and I know they see the scale go down.
Mm-hmm.
And that scale weight could be water weight, could be losing some muscle mass, especially if we're doing extreme dieting along with that and not eating enough protein. We could be just losing lean mass on top of all of that. But if we're strength training, we're telling our body to keep muscle mass on our body, to build lean mass. If we're eating well, if we're eating enough protein, we're also going to build lean mass, increase our metabolism. The nutrition side of the equation is like the most important part when it comes to whether we're losing or gaining body weight. And so